to Beyond the Barbell with your host, Larhanna Robinson, and IFBB Figure Pros and both Olympians. Don't you forget it. Of course, we always want to start out by supporting us and tuning in. It really, truly means so much to us because the more y'all support us, and like we keep saying time and time again, we're not going to let the figure division die out. So thank y'all so much.
Yes. Piggybacking off of that, thank you guys so much for all the support, the continued support daily. The page is still growing. The channel is still growing. Really do appreciate all the messages. Everyone really being happy with the page. Everyone being happy with the platform. Happy with the content that we are putting out. Lets us know that we are doing what we set out to do as far as bringing more popularity back into the division. Also, we will be making a post tomorrow. We will be having a Black Friday sale on the crew neck sweatshirts. We just got a shipment in, so we will let you guys know the details on that. That sale will be going on from tomorrow all the way up to Cyber Monday. So stay tuned for that post.
Dang, y'all day deals. Come on, Beyond the Barbell. Y'all legit up in here. Now to get into our main attraction.
Yes, the main attraction, guys. We have the opportunity to talk with IFBB Figure Pro Olympian, don't forget it, Olympian Melissa Bumsted Valliere. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. But we have the opportunity to talk with her today, get to know a little bit about her. I mean, look how amazing her physique is. I mean, geez, and she comes in super conditioned. I thought that was a beautiful showing of her. Got some more photos of her. Of course, look who's in the background, her brother, C-Bum. Okay, shot here. And of course, ooh, hot. All right, let's welcome on. Hey.
Hello. Hey, let's first of all, let me get the jiggies out because I cannot believe, Nicole, we have Melissa Bumsted on our podcast. I'm just going to get my jigs. Okay, cool. Hi, thank you so much, seriously, for being here. You're an icon for real.
That's I feel like on stage and so long. So all that are like at the top, like, oh, you're an icon. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, do you know who I am on stage and so long? So it's pretty
no.
cool that people.
You are. We still know who you are.
Right, because even though your husband is Ian Valliere and Bumsted, you're still Melissa Bumsted on your own. Take away him and take away Kendall. Like you're still an icon on your own, and you don't see it because you're yourself. And we're super glad you were able to come on today, and we hope you're feeling better because we know you had last Monday, but we truly appreciate it, and we can't wait to talk to you so that everybody can study history.
Sorry that I had to push it a week to Ian, and I'm like, I feel like I didn't feel myself, and I was just like, I'm just thank you for letting me put. Really happy to be here, and I'm feeling.
Well, that's great. We're happy that you're feeling better. Let's get right into it. Of course, the number one question that we always ask first, why figure?
I feel like first in 2012, watching the Olympian, and I think Nookins won.
Yes.
And I just remember being like, that I want to look like that. And he kind of looked at me and was like, you could do it. And I just about and the vision, but I also like I fit, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
My must shape, my body, I felt being like called. It's like I felt
breaking up.
So
yeah, it's hard to really. You're breaking up quite a bit.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens to us all the time.
Literally.
I know what
every show. Yeah.
On my phone or something like
maybe it's the Wi-Fi.
You can't
try turning your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, try turning it off and on.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll work.
A, B, C, D. Yeah. Try to take her out and put her back in, Nicole.
Okay, hold on.
1 second. Just to read.
Okay.
I'm still digging this.
Right. Oh, thanks.
Hi.
Better or no?
I think so, maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like when I talk periods of time,
yeah.
It cuts me off. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
when you think important, that's when it cuts you off.
Let
me try to do it on my phone.
Okay. All right, guys, bear with us.
40. Figure. How do you feel about that? 40 of you guys.
I know, 40. Man, it's gonna be something else. That is for sure.
We're excited. I can't wait.
To see how the flow of everything is going to be. Like, are they still going to give us, they usually give us a good amount of time to, kind of do our thing. I'm wondering if they're going to kind of rush it a little bit, or I don't know. Because, 1923 is a big, huge difference to 40.
So, but I would have a short routine just in case and a long routine just in case, because how many because they might not, how they sometimes take away the back to the center. They might do that, and that would work. It would be as long because back before they go
right
to the emotion.
They might.
So if they start out,
judging might be shorter as far as the routine is concerned, and then I guess if they're still keeping it at the top 10 for finals, then it'll be a long routine. But there she goes. Okay. All right. Let's see. Maybe that works better.
Is it working?
I think so. I think. Okay.
Okay. Well, we can try. I hope it doesn't
Let's give it a shot. Okay. So you were saying, your reasons for choosing figure.
Yeah, I felt and Candace Keene and Aaron Stern, and I feel like I really felt like my as a
cut out.
No. Wait, no, she's unfrozen. Okay, we're good. Okay.
Is it you can't hear me talking?
No, I can hear you now. It had stopped for a second. We thought you froze for a second.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
With Candace Key, Aaron
Yes.
Stern.
Yes, I fell in love with their physiques and the division, and I really felt like my muscularity and my body really fit into the division. So that do it and made me choose bigger, really.
Okay. Well, great choice of athletes because those women are phenomenal. Cole Wilkins, I think she won 4 times, if I'm not mistaken, as far as Miss Olympia goes. Aaron Stern, who is now, she dropped down to bikini, actually.
Oh,
But yes, I'm
crazy.
familiar with all these. Miss Keen, amazing physique as well. So definitely good choice.
But tell us for bodybuilding, were you an athlete your whole life, or how did you get into bodybuilding?
A competitive figure skater when I was younger.
Okay.
Yeah, stopped when I was about 16 because I kind of started to get into life as a teenager, and I was training like 5 times a week on ice and off ice. That, and then I actually started working out at the local gym to gained a bunch after stopping my sport.
Gotcha.
That's how I started training, and when I met Ian, he was bodybuilding. So that's kind of the competitive scene.
I can't.
Okay, so my question with that is because we all know you are the sister of Sebum. So was he already bodybuilding then, or were you already familiar with the sport?
I was not. I would say my brother was 4 and a bit years younger than me. So when I met Ian, I was 1, and Christopher was, I think he was 17.
Okay.
Christopher was really young, but he knew he was training, and he was very much into that kind of scene. He knew his bodybuilding and his training. So Christopher to get into it when I started dating Ian, but I had no idea what it was when I confused by the idea of like muscular men wearing trunks on stage.
Yeah. So how do you have challenges with, you have a very competitive husband as well, and now you yourself are in the sport, and obviously you've been to the Arnold, you've been to the Olympia, you've won shows, you're a top level pro, and it just before doesn't mean your physique isn't remembered. Just like you were telling us about the figure competitors, so whenever you are in prep, is it challenging for you to just everything into it, or do you feel a lot of pressure because your husband is so high ranked and your brother normal?
In terms of like ease, having I find 2 high level competitors in the same house, or I really think it makes it that much harder. If anything, I think it makes it easier.
Okay.
In terms of the pressure that I feel, that is very intense. Having my brother be at the very top, and now Ian climbing to open bodybuilding.
Right.
I don't want to come back to the stage qualifying show. It feels like a lot, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's just
more gives you more of that fire to, you know, keep pushing and do whatever it is you need to do to get that qualification and come back to the show. So I think honestly, if it was me, I would really be ecstatic about, you know, having that type of, you know, competitive family. I mean, everyone's at the top of the food chain, and so are you. So I mean, that's got to give you a real good push. That kind of, I would say, would keep you motivated, really.
Yeah, for me, I would feel the pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
I would feel the pressure, and I'd be like, I'm gonna be like I feel you on that, because I would be a supporter too, because you know your brother, which is blood, and you know it's hard to always put ourselves last, and it's just something that we do because we're caring, we're nurturing. So it's been both, like you said, top level competitors, and then here you are having to qualified. Your husband's art climbing. You know, he can get an invite if he wanted to, but and then you feel like it doesn't happen. Then there's more pressure, and the pressure from you not qualifying could affect your brother. Completely understand. Like I completely get it. That's tough.
Oh, absolutely.
Listen, I'm really blessed because both my husband and my brother are very aware of how women will always like put themselves on the back burner. Aware of that. They're actually the first people to push me to do things for me. I feel so lucky because I don't think that, I mean, I don't want to say it's like to have the two closest men in my life be so overt and pushing. I'm very lucky. The pressure that I feel too, it's intense, but it's also a blessing because the fact that people even give a shit in a place, or if you're gonna place, that to me is like even it's out. So I think earlier in my career it playing, but now that I'm like older and I kind of have gone through a lot of downs, when I think about the fact that people even care or if I qualify again or not, like that's like, I don't know, it makes me want to try and want to show up. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm waiting for it. So another question for you. What'd you say?
Sorry?
Your last physique that you're about to put on stage, how did you feel about it? How did
last year?
Yes. Yeah.
I felt like it was a lot better than my 20. I thought it was hugely improved. I thought I had way more muscularity, but I still had doubts that I wasn't competitive with the physiques because they're very different from, you know, 2017, 2008. So in a way, I was very excited to see the new bird. I've been training really fucking hard for the last 4 years, very, very consistently, and I really wanted. But there was also a lot of fear because I've been seeing the girls come up over the last 4 years, and they're gorgeous. Like the back development, the glutes. To me, I look at that and I'm like, oh my God, can I even stand next to that? But again, the opportunity to even think about that or be challenged by that is exciting to me, and it's I do think what I almost showed last improved, and I'm excited to show it next year. I'm really excited and see how I stack up against the new, you know, the new year. So.
Oh, Without a doubt, I'm sure you're going to be just fine. Just like everybody else's bodies have evolved, I'm sure yours has as well. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing it because I mean, the last time I seen you on stage, you looked insane. So it's only going to get better. And then on top of it, I mean, look who you train.
You're known for your condition. Always. Right.
Exactly.
That last picture, the one with the little slither, the one where the slither of you in the door. I'm like, I want to kick the door open and see the rest because you look so development. You could tell all the improvements that you have. Seriously.
Thank you.
So, question. So, being from Canada and traveling to the States for shows, do you feel like it's difficult? Are there any specific steps that you have to take?
Listen, it's different for me because I have a husband too. So I'm lucky enough that I'm married to a visa off of his. But in terms of traveling and competing, I do feel like as long as you like our nation laws and you plan your year accordingly, it's not really that hard. But to be professional about it, right? Like this is a job and this is to plan for and care about, just like if you guys are going to go compete in Europe or that, like you do have to plan. Luckily Canada and the state are very comfortable relationship immigration wise, so it's not really that hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all, because I know there are some people, who are having issues getting, into the States and whatnot for competing. I think Australia, they had like some big stuff going on there. But I mean, then again, too, Canada and US are like right there, so I don't think it's too bad either.
They have like a special relationship. So the immigration laws between are kind of special and different than, let's say, Australia or Europe, anything like that. So I think for compete, they should just do it and give her because it's really not that difficult.
Right. You're like plan and see what you have to do to get over there and make it happen. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't know at all. I've never been to Canada, so I'm like clueless, but I understand what you're
saying. Probably like grade school.
To be honest, though, if even for Americans, if they were pro or Vancouver pro, you really could just like get on a plane and go do it.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Right? I should have went. I could have qualified. Just kidding. Melissa, have you noticed that the figure division is not that popular anymore? Like, really, a big deal?
I don't think I really noticed until, and then when the statement came out about the Arnold, and then I kind of started hearing a little bit of community that like the division was starting to get, I don't know, like pushed to the weight. Like I'm so obsessed with it that I feel like I wouldn't, because to me that's all I'm watching.
Right. I mean, honestly, it's the same with us. I mean, I don't think I really ever thought that the division was necessarily dying in a sense. I mean, I think we've always had the athletes. We still do have the athletes. I think the issue is that the division was just never promoted like that. Us as pros, I felt like, we needed to do a better job promoting the division so that we just bring more people as far as the NPC into you know, the sport and the division, because obviously NPC is the future of IFBB. But we just never had a platform. We never had a space for people to get to know exactly who the athletes were. And I really think that that was more so the issue. I don't necessarily think that there's really a lack of figure, but I will say I think there are also a lot of athletes trying to transition from, especially with the NPC, going from figure into wellness, which is fine, totally fine. But I think my only issue with that is that they see wellness as an easy way out. But a lot of people really misconstrue the wellness division, which is why, again, I always tell people go to an actual pro wellness show so that you can see exactly what these women look like, because it's not necessarily about just having big legs. Like, their legs are just as muscular as ours, they're just sizable. So it's not about just having big legs and carrying a lot of body fat. You know, these women are still very muscular, they're lean as hell, they're very conditioned. So I think that's where the issue lies. They're looking for an instant gratification, and a lot of people don't want to take the time to build a competitive figure physique. So I think that's where a lot of issues lie. But I think the more that we continue to promote the division, bring more popularity back into the division, at least more of an awareness, and exactly who the athletes are, both on the NPC side and the NPC side.
Yeah, I think when I think about like the optics of the division, I think especially aren't as active on social media as like the wellness division. Um, and I think for NPC athletes, they want to be able to relate to them, right? Like
Right.
to not just how you look, but your values, and relate to your partners or your friends or your family, how you dress. These things are how you kind of choose someone to look up to. And I think for a certain amount of your life, for people to be able to relate to you and want to look up to you,
I agree.
think it's complicated, because I don't think like if you don't want to share your life on social media, you really shouldn't have to, you know, no choice to share those personal things.
Mm-hmm.
But I also do think in terms of with the community and like sharing and showing parts of life, I think that is a way to breathe life back into a division that might be kind of
Right.
But I also do think, sorry, go ahead.
Like, I was gonna piggyback. Like, you should see social media as like show and tell. You know, like, you're showing in your story with whatever picture and whatever video you're putting out there. You're only showing and telling whatever you want to show. But you should show and tell and promote, like you said, your division. There are locals that want to look up to you as a professional, and like you said, want to relate, be just like you. But if there is no, you know, promotion or no self, you know, in that light and promoting themselves as a figure competitor, then there's no amateur. So like on the local level, when I go to the shows, there's hardly any figure competitors. There's maybe one, you know, between all the categories. And then you have like 60, 70 women in bikini. And I can't blame them, because, you know, they have more women in that division to look up to versus whereas the figure competitors is like you said, everybody, there's plenty of figure competitors. Many of them only promote themselves. They don't really promote themselves as a figure athlete or as a figure, like, going places to meet people and all that. So it's like, I agree with completely. That's why we're doing this channel, so that we can, you know, try to uplift the division. What were you gonna say?
We have to do better. And when I say we, I mean every IFBB figure pro as a whole, we do need to do better with that. So it can't just be us. It has to be us as a whole.
I also think there is a component to that instant gratification, right? Like, it does take work and effort to build a physique in bikini. Does it take as much time? Not. But I do think it's like so important for understand the resilience and the fortitude that time to build something that you are so proud of. And I think when I started actually training consistently and building a physique that I was proud of, it really was in vain. It was because I wanted to look a certain way and I wanted to be successful. But 10 years later, I now look in the mirror and I see her very empowered and feels like she has a lot of control over her future and her outcome. And I think that comes from training hard every day and seeing the result of your blood, sweat in the mirror. And it's something that until you do it for yourself, because you know that you did it. Nobody else did. The person that built this thing that's making you feel so strong and so capable. If I could just like share an ounce of how I feel to, like, you know, the girls that are just starting, I know it would be enough for them to keep going, because it's the most thing that I think I've ever experienced in my life. And it's just feel like sometimes there's like a little bit of a woman, or like, I can't look like that, I don't have those genetics or whatever. But putting in the consistent effort and reaping the benefits, it's a thing, and it translates and transfers into everything in your life, not just how you. So I don't know, I think just more and to share more is just step one of kind of people understanding and on their own. And there obviously are plenty into the figure division, and men too, like a lot of men I talk to, they're like, that's my favorite. It's not going anywhere. I feel like it's been a little quiet, and then with the Arnold, I think it just kind of like made everyone out of it. But I don't think we need to really worry. But I do think like you doing our part.
Absolutely. And that is what we will keep doing. We will keep pushing. We will keep doing seminars, whatever we got to do to just keep the attention on the division. Let's see. So,
I was gonna ask.
we know that you're coming back. Any plans on a show yet? Or we're just going to be and not tell us yet?
I don't think I don't like secrets. I'm like pretty open book. You know what I mean? I don't think the schedule's out yet.
No, it's not out yet. I mean, we know of a few show dates, but the actual schedule isn't out yet.
Listen, I've always work. I really want to win. Sorry? Oh, I can't hear. Win Toronto.
Oh no, you're good.
Because I'm Canadian. I don't know. I want to do a lot of shows next year. I want to like plan my year and do like 5 shows.
Okay,
it's exciting.
I like it. I definitely like it, and I wish that again, you know, more pros would be this way, doing more shows. You know, just not only okay. Well, I won this show, and I'm done. I'm just gonna wait for the Olympia. I think it's a better look to do, a series of shows in the season. Obviously get out there, let people see you. And at the end of the day, it's a sport, it's competitive. Don't just
Yeah.
bank on one show and then I'm just going to do the Olympia. But again, I would like more pros to be able to do that. I mean, Autumn was a great person for that because she could have stopped a while back. She had more than enough points on the board to qualify, but she wanted that win, and I commend her for it. Same thing with Jessica Reyes. She did a series of shows this year. She already won those shows and still kept going. So I really, really enjoy being able to see that. Like, yeah, I already won, but I'm gonna still go ahead and do the next show anyway. So if we can get more of that next year, that would be awesome. It's just
Exactly, because
it's just more competitive. It's more fun. Why not?
There's also no better way to practice than compete. Like, I feel like just because you win or you're qualified, that doesn't mean that there's not refund due. Plus, like, competing is fucking fun. Like traveling is the best part. So, like,
it is.
I don't know, why wouldn't you do it?
All of your data, keep trying until you get the perfect data so that whenever you come in at the do all of these shows, make all of the money, collect the checks, try to do all of that. I completely agree because I do it. I do. I plan like 4 or 5 shows, and every show I'm getting better and better, and I'm learning more and just collecting more data. So I'm excited to. Are you gonna? Who do you have winning the Olympia for?
That's a long list.
There's
a long.
She's gonna act frozen right now.
Pretend that I think. I think Ivan.
Yeah,
I do. You guys don't agree?
I didn't hear.
Oh, Sid. I think Sid is gonna win again.
Okay.
It's on because we got 40 ladies. We got 40, so the competition is definitely high.
40 is not the most that there's ever been, though, is it?
I think it might be, yeah.
Really?
We're anywhere between 19 to like 23, so yeah, it's up there.
Okay, and do you guys who's gonna win?
Well, I'm always gonna bank on myself, so I ain't doing all this suffering just to say I'm not gonna win.
Good.
Oh,
Are y'all waiting for me to answer? Yeah, of course. You already know.
What'd she say? Did she say?
I said, were y'all waiting for me to give y'all an answer or no? Yes. I think it's going to be Z and Sid battling. It's my answer, but I'm going to stand by Z. You already know it. That back.
Well, battle, so let battles begin.
Right. We were going to wisdom, but you already told us.
Yeah, I mean, not unless you have any more words of wisdom that you'd love to give to our fellow NPC athletes who are, either just getting into the sport or maybe feeling discouraged or, having second thoughts about the division. Any words of wisdom that you might want to give them?
I think everyone has second thoughts all the time. Even the people and you think that they are so sure and they are so confident. I think some people don't like to admit to them. Some people don't like to talk about them. Know that it's normal and know that it's okay. And just because you have a second thought or something feels too anxiety or you're scared, it doesn't mean that it's time to stop. It doesn't mean that it's time to, a lot of those times when you start to feel like it's too hard or it's not worth it, but you kind of teach yourself that you can do it more, and you start to feel stronger and more resilient. So I would stay true to what you want and know that anything you have to work hard for, and you have to struggle a little bit. And instant gratification is not nearly as gratifying as one thing.
I agree. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Good. You're so good. I love it. And it's all true too, because we really don't think about this stuff in thoughts. And like you said, it doesn't matter whether it's Mrs. Olympia or amateur that's second thoughts about themselves. So that's excellent advice that everybody can take. So thank you for coming on, because we know you're busy. We know you have things going on, and we truly appreciate it. I'm excited to see you next year. Seriously.
Absolutely. Yes. Again, thank you so much for coming on, giving us a little bit of your time, letting everyone get to know who you are and, you know, your thoughts on the division, and again, your words of wisdom. We really do appreciate it. I'm still in awe that we even got you to come on. I mean, again, you're an icon in your own right. So
seriously, I'm a jig on that again.
I will come back anytime, and I'll shit all day. So I'm so happy to be here, and thank you and I'm excited to see you in less than a month.
Yes, 3 weeks, 4 days.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's coming so fast.
No, it really is. Like I thought about it today. I was like, what? 3 weeks and 4 days? Holy crap.
I know. Ian and I leave for a week and a bit, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, I can't believe it.
I'm looking.
Yeah, and then peak week, it moving together. So you got 2 weeks really to get there. But thank you again. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Continue to look for we love all of it. The comments, the shares. We truly appreciate all of it. And until next time, we are